It's time to experience something glorious. Unacademy Combat. Compete, crack, conquer.
A challenging GATE contest engineered to give you an experience like none other.
where you put your knowledge to test.
and battle it out with the best.
To bring out the best in you, Unacademy Combat is the most competitive, gamified contest for GATE till date, with the best of the questions by best educators.
With detailed video solutions from top educators right after each contest.
Combat live with peers to get real-time rankings and win big.
Participate in every contest to improve your ratings.
Challenging contests every fortnight or alternate Sunday. Live ranking after every question. Big rewards for top rankers. Your passion to crack GATE deserves this. Your hard work towards your dream deserves this. Fuel your inner fire for the ultimate GATE challenge. Unacademy Combat. Register now. It's time.
Hi, hello friends. Welcome to the today's session. Welcome to Unacademy and welcome to my classes. In this session, we are going to discuss about some of the security principles and threats to the security principles. Before discussing the session, we all know that Unacademy has launched Unacademy Combat program. So this is going to be commencing on December 16, 6 p.m. So you can really register into that and try to check your skill sets. And dear friends, let us say all our anthem, crack GATE and ESE with India's largest learning platform, none other than Unacademy. Get Plus subscription and access unlimited live and recorded lectures from India's topmost educators. Dear friends, Unacademy has provided wonderful platform and wonderful interface between dedicated students and top quality educators. So utilize this opportunity and interface, see that your goal and your objective is going to be fulfilled. Because your goal is our goal and Unacademy's goal. And dear friends, myself is Srinivasrao Sir, having more than 15 years of experience in the GATE with various papers. Also had industry experience with relevant good certifications. Friends, throughout my journey of GATE, I taught in many premium academies with a high success rate. Many of my students completed their post-graduation from India's topmost institutions like IITs, NITs, and central universities. So you also can able to achieve such kind of success just by giving a valuable admission with Unacademy. Unacademy is going to take care of you. Dear friends, many of my students have settled in the topmost positions. Some are in corporate companies, some are in PSUs, and they are also proudful that they are also working as a GATE mentors. So you also can have, and you also can reach such kind of topmost positions just by learning in-depth knowledge. The in-depth knowledge you are going to get only from the senior most faculty members, and only just because of doing some hard work. So Unacademy is going to guarantee that you are going to get in-depth training, which is going to be useful in the engineering curriculum as well as in your respective fields. Friends, there are two kinds of programs according to GATE and ESE concern. One is a plus program, the other one iconic batch. So plus program, once you become a subscriber, then you're going to see that live sessions and live lectures and mock test and many other things, including mental ability sessions also. So once you become a subscriber or a premium member, you're going to see that unrestricted access where you can able to watch everything from multiple number of educators. And echo come to the part of iconic where you are going to have a live session, including also you are having 1:1 personal coach. So this is one of the unique program offering by Unacademy, which is very beneficial to you so that you're going to have 1:1 personal training. According to the plus program, so long term and super long term plans are there. Current fourth year students can opt for 12 months, and super long term first and second and third year students can opt for it. Then you're going to see that multiple number of times you can able to get the content, and you're going to have multiple number of lectures from multiple number of educators. And dear friends, after applying my referral code, this is my referral code. Please unlock my referral code and see that you're going to get the final price like this. And according to iconic subscription, there are two flavors. One is a long term, the other one super long term. So from first year to fourth year, anybody can able to opt for this. If you're already plus student, you can convert into iconic batch, where you are going to see that 1:1 personal guidance. And dear friends, my referral code is also eligible here. Use my referral code and see that you're going to get a maximum discount. Apart from top quality content, you're also going to get a maximum discount option. And friends, my referral code not only for GATE and ESE, my referral code is also eligible for any kind of a course which is available in Unacademy, and enjoy the discount benefits. And if you register with me, then you can able to share all my experiences and all my alumni who are there in the my travel journey of 15 years. So they are also going to help you, especially the guidance program. You're going to get that do's and don'ts, tips and shortcuts, and many other things you're going to learn. Dear friends, if you are having any doubt, just feel free to fill this form. Unacademy is going to direct a member who can able to assist you and clear all your doubts. Now let us start our session, that is, what exactly the meaning of cryptography. So cryptography is nothing but a secret writing. So where between two persons, whenever they are conversation, your medium is not that much secured. Your medium always consists of intruders, zombie process, malicious content, many other things, and spoofers, sniffers, many other contents are there. They are trying to watch what is happening between sender and receiver. So as internet is a boom up, and many kind of vulnerabilities are there. So instead of sending your data in a direct format, better you try to transmit in the form of some hidden formats. Like you see that whenever you see a picture, we able to see only picture only, but when you unwrap it, you're going to find the data inside. That's a one kind of hidden format. And whenever you see that some plain text you want to send, instead of sending plain text, we are going to send in a different format. That is also a cipherment. Cipherment is nothing but non-understandable format. So that's how you can able to use the cryptography principles in order to transmit your data securely over insecure medium. So the plain text which you are sending through unreliable medium, The plain text is encrypted. You are going to get a cipherment before sending over the medium. The encrypted message is called as ciphertext, and that ciphertext is received by other end of the medium. We guess that always a medium consists of some intruders, third parties, zombie processes. So it is decrypted to get back the original plain text message. I want to tell you a few important things. There are some predefined packages are there in your Python. So if you download those predefined packages, whatever, for example, if you install them in some X computer, then what is going to happen? Whatever you type, automatically that information is going to be spoofed by others. I can create some kind of fake websites also. I can create some kind of fake DNS also. Everything. Nowadays, you all know that in your mobile is going to get one Amazon site, and if you click that timer, you're going to see that some prices you're going to see, and they are asking that you want to unlock this price, send to 20 members. So this is how you can say that all these kind of things you can able to talk it that hackers. The hack box are there in the Python. You can able to utilize it. You see that you really wonderful if you are able to use that Python tool. Now, what the cryptography is saying that nowadays the technology boom up like anything, and everything can be hacked. But we want to see that some kind of firewalls required in order to protect your data from intruders. So apart from firewalls, the presentation layer is playing a very vital role in order to provide your encryption and decryption. So now I am talking about a presentation layer where two responsibilities are there with your presentation layer. One is a compression, the other one is encryption. So these are the two important tools are there with your presentation layer. This layer is only responsible for your cryptography implementation. So what are the security goals? You want to see that my data is supposed to be safe and secure. I told you whenever you talk about the medium, this is not a secure. Whenever I say that it is insecure, there are some guys, intruders, and there are some processes, zombie process. So you all may know what is the meaning of intruder. Intruder is nothing but man in the middle. Man in the middle. Middle is nothing but between sender and receiver only. Man in the middle. They are trying to hack your data. So what is a zombie process? Zombie process, they are very intelligent processes. What they do, whenever you open your Chrome browser, you're going to see that multiple number of images apart from your regular content. If you click over that, they are in attractive mode. They will ask that click here. You're going to see that 10 lakh price or 1 lakh price money. If you interested to click it, that's it. A process is entered into your system intelligently, and it is running a background. It is not visible to you. Also, it is running. So that kind of hidden processes are called zombie process. Whatever activity you do, the zombie process is linked with the intruder. The intruder is trying to capture your things. That's why whenever you are talking about the medium, that medium is insecure. So you want to protect your data from unsecure or insecure medium, because you are seeing that malicious contents are there, like in the form of intruders and zombie process. We want to protect it. How you can able to protect that protection? You can able to implement the concept of what? Cryptography or secret writing, or you say that cipherment or encryption. Now whenever you talk about the cryptography, you need to see that three important goals are there. One important goal is that information must not be revealed to other party. Whoever is the owner, whoever is the original user, he is supposed to see only the information which is available. So The system must not allow others to see that what is the information is there inside. So confidentiality is telling you that don't reveal the information. So whenever you are not revealing the information, then there is no chance to the intruder to attack it, to break it. That's why the first principle of your cryptography is confidentiality. Information must not be revealed to others. Whenever you talk about the integrity, only original owner is supposed to do modification. Don't allow others to do modification. For example, you want to withdraw money from the bank. Then what are you going to do? You yourself give the signature, yourself is going to give the check leaf. Then they are going to check whether you are authorized and authenticated or not. Authorization means is nothing but your account number, and authentication is nothing but your signature is valid or not. Unless your signature is verified, then they are not going to give you any kind of amount to you. So integrity is nothing but the original owner only supposed to do any kind of manipulations. For example, you are having a one Gmail account, you want to send a mail. Unless and until you do sign in, you cannot able to send the mail. If somebody captured your username and password and they send the mail in the sense, it is not following the integrity rule. So integrity is saying that original owner only supposed to do manipulations. So what is the availability? Information must be available throughout as long as you're using a data. So that's why don't delete the data. For example, you talk about the virus. Firewall is not, some firewalls are not able to detect internal viruses. So you want to protect from virus, then you're supposed to use antivirus concept. Antivirus is a different and firewall is a different. So firewall is trying to protect the data from unauthorized users, and antivirus is going to protect from internal threats. What are internal threats? For example, if your laptop or a desktop is injected with a virus, then it is trying to make unavailability of the data. Your data files are going to be deleted. That's why you see that your data is not following availability. So availability means what? Data must be available whenever you start maintaining your data. So these are the three security goals: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So whenever you talk about the confidentiality, there is a guard against malicious actions. So that provides confidentiality of your information. You want to talk about the banking, which is supposed to provide a confidentiality. We all talk about Swiss bank because they are not going to reveal the information. So for example, you talk about the lockers, something you kept in the locker, that's under confidentiality. So confidentiality not only apply to the storage of the information, it also apply while you are transmitting your data. But there are some attacks who try to break your confidentiality. So whatever the three principles I said, like confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So for every kind of your principle, there are some threats. So these threats you want to avoid, then you're supposed to have proper crypto mechanism. And whenever you talk about the integrity, the manipulation is supposed to be done by only authorized users and authenticated users. Authorized and authenticated in the sense I already told you, either username and password. Unless and until you have these two, you cannot able to do any kind of online activity, even to write your GATE examination, or even you see that any kind of online transaction you want, there is a requirement of username and password, which is telling you that the original owner is only trying to do some kind of manipulations in that. And the third one I told you, the information must be available whenever you create it. So information is useless if it is not available. So information must be accessible to authorized users. The unavailability of the information is nothing but harmful to your organization. So there are some threats who are trying to make your data too unavailable. So let us see what are the threats are there to break your confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So there are some security services like first one, privacy. As I already told you, this is linked to confidentiality only. What is the privacy? You see that what is the authentication? Only original user can able to do the modification. Integrity, authentication are similar. Now let us see what is the privacy. When you talk about the privacy, so whenever two parties like a sender and receiver are trying to exchange their data, the man in the middle, even though he is available, we assume that always there is a man in middle. But we are trying to escape from the man in middle by doing a concept of what? Encryption mechanism. Even though man in the middle is there, so you cannot able to get it unless and until you have a concept called key. Unless key is there, you cannot able to break. For example, I kept some important documents in the locker. So everybody knows that my locker number is so and so, but they cannot able to access unless and until they are having a key. So here key plays a very important vital role while doing encryption and decryption. So therefore, dear friends, this is important point. So you can able to escape from man in the middle by implementing a concept called privacy. So it implies that all others, the message should be unintelligible. So privacy can be achieved using a what? Cryptography with the help of keys. And even though if at all intruder captured the data what the sender has transmitted to the receiver, he cannot able to do anything because we are providing a confusion and a diffusion. So because of confusion and diffusion, he cannot able to break the relationship between your ciphertext and key and plain text. And the second one is authentication. So when you talk about the authentication, a receiver must ensure that message received only by the original sender, not by some other people. So this is authentication. So that's why in order to prove your authentication, we are sending in nowadays in the Gmail or any kind of a mail digital signatures. Digital signatures are playing a very important role in order to prove that the message has come from an original sender, not by somebody else. For example, you see there are two persons who are communicating via WhatsApp. So one person received a message from other WhatsApp, but you don't know that whether it is sent by exact party or somebody is using the mobile. So you need to be cautious. So they are having some kind of code. So first they will enter the code, then understand that the same party and this party are understand that both are having the same code. Then they can start communicating or chat happily. So whatever code you give, if you respond with a different code, then you understand that the other party is not my party. Therefore, immediately you stop chatting. So that's why authentication is telling you that whether the information is correct coming from genuine party or not. And whenever you talk about the integrity, so message must not be tampered. That means original owner only is supposed to do it. The last one is a repudiation. So they must not deny that the data has come from so and so party. For example, I want to give you one real-time example. Nowadays, you people are using SBI cash deposit machines. You want to do deposit cash earlier, there is no OTP, but nowadays OTP has come. So yourself has to agree that with your permission only the amount is depositing in the cash deposit machine. So the latter, if income tax people ask you that how did you get this money, you must not say that I have not deposited without my permission somebody is deposited. You must not say, because you are agreeing, committing yourself. That's why they have implemented this concept. And next one is a one-time password. So while you are doing some online transaction, you must not say later that I have not done this, because you yourself is entering OTP whichever has come to your mobile. So this is the concept of non-repudiation. The receiver should able to prove at a later stage that the message was indeed received from the sender. You have to agree. So in order to break those services and break those responsibilities, that means principles, there are some attacks. Attacks are trying to see that they are trying to harm your data. Attack is nothing but one action, intended one action. They try to steal that information. So the main objective of this cryptography is nothing but communicate securely over insecure medium. Any action that compromises the security of information can be considered as attack. So attacks are divided into three varieties. Few attacks are breaking your confidentiality rule, and few attacks are breaking your integrity rule, and few attacks are breaking your availability. However, you are having three principles. There are some attacks which are imposing by the intruders in order to break these three principles. So, types of attacks. Interruption. So, when two people are communicating via landline phone, telephone, if somebody cut the telephone, that's it, you got the interruption. So, interruption means what? A loss of connectivity. And interception. So, interference. So interruption means it is an attack, physical attack it is. It is an attack on the availability of the information by cutting a wires or using the jammers and dropping the packet by switch. Wantedly they do this. By keeping a jammer, you cannot able to have any kind of Wi-Fi, or you cannot able to have any kind of mobile signals. That is the meaning of interruption. Interception. So this is interference. Man in the middle comes into the concept of what? Interception. As somebody is sending the data to the receiver, always see that that is not secure, because somebody is trying to scan what is happening between sender and receiver. This somebody is nothing but either maybe intruders, either maybe intruders, or maybe zombie process. So a message is communicated through a network. So eavesdroppers, man in the middle, can listen and try to tamper it. And the third one is a modification, direct modification your data. That is, as a message is communicated through a network, so eavesdropper listen it and it try to modify the content in place of original one. You know, directed. What is the meaning of route direction? You talk about Amazon fake sites. There are many fake sites are there, but I am talking about one of the Amazon fake site where you can able to create with the help of Python tools. What this is saying, sender opened this Amazon site, he thought that it is a real Amazon site only, right? And whenever you give some kind of a payment, this payment is directed to other party, not to the original Amazon. So this route diversion, because the modification is happening, this route diversion is one of the things. And modification is nothing but stealing your amount from the bank. It's also one kind of attack. So whenever you talk about the fabrication, so a message may be sent by the stranger and you are trying to send it in a different way. You are trying to send it in a different way. This is the concept called fabrication. And the other one, categories of attacks. So some are hidden passive attacks are hidden. Some are directly modify the data. Physical attacks there. So friends, if you are having any doubt, please chat with me immediately. So many of my alumni students are also logged in today. I'm very happy to see them. Thank you very much for logging. Some are already completed their GATE. They are preparing for ISRO and other public sector undertakings. Now let us see what the passive attack is saying. They are so dangerous. So this year maybe pandemic situation, maybe it is removed, but next year GATE examination it's compulsion. That's why you need to learn it. So compulsory 1 mark to 2 mark question easily you can score from CNS, cryptography and network security. And in that you are also going to learn a concept called firewall. Firewall is not removed. You have to learn about firewall. For example, firewall uses a dash automata. This is one of the very good question which is asked in the previous GATE examination. So now you tell me, is it a single, that means what? Single automata, single stack automata or double stack automata? You decide and tell me. So whenever you talk about the passive attack, they are hidden. Hidden in the sense they are going to working in the background. They are very difficult to detect. So passive attacks are in nature of eavesdropping. So they try to steal. They are trying to break the principle of confidentiality. So they are going to do using two different techniques. One is called releasing of the message contents. Other one is called traffic analysis. So before you harm your data, what you're supposed to do is, this guy is intruder. What they're supposed to do is try to scan each and every bit and each and every packet what is happening between sender and receiver. So this is how he is trying to break a confidentiality rule. And active attacks are, they are directly modifying your data. So there are few different attacks are there according to active: masquerading, replaying, modification of the message, and denial of service. Let us discuss about each and every attack. So threats to confidentiality using a snooping, traffic analysis, and threats to integrity, modification, masquerading, replaying, repudiation. Threats to availability is a denial of service. And one thing I want to tell you, dear Abhishek Kumar Singh, it is removed from GATE, not from other public sector undertaking examination. So you're supposed to prepare it. So what is a snooping? Snooping is nothing but scanning of your information. What is happening between sender and receiver? So continuous scanning is concept of snooping. So unless and until you get some important data, you cannot able to do any kind of harm to that. So that's why first Ricky is a mandatory. What is happening between sender and receiver? So they are always trying to see that username and passwords and OTPs. They try to observe carefully. If at all they capture, then immediately they try to attack your things. So it is interception, also called as unauthorized access. For example, a file is transferred to internet may contain a confidential information, and an unauthorized person intercept and try to steal your information. So to prevent your snooping, so you need to be non-intelligible to the interceptor. I want to tell you one important thing according to your snooping. There is a concept called keyloggers. So you also can download keyloggers. This is also works in your mobile as well as desktop and laptop. Once you install your keylogger, it is executing at the background. So you install in somebody's computer, you go away, then he try to do, the other person is trying to do some activity. Every activity, whatever you are doing, this is going to auditing it. So everything is going to be recording in keylogger, including your usernames and password OTPs. So after some time, if I open the intruder, open the keylogger file, that's it. Be able to find that each and every information what happened earlier after installing your keylogger. So keylogger is one of the example about your snooping and the traffic analysis. What is the traffic analysis? They are trying to see that each and every kind of information and monitoring that what is happening between sender and receiver. So this is regularly we also see in Gmails. Somebody sent the mail, but we don't know who has sent the mail. Some mails we are going to see that spams. Who are going to send the spam mails? They are all nothing but what? Between you and the other party, there are some intruders who are trying to perform traffic analysis. And dear friends, what is the next one? Modification. So after intercepting or accessing information, the attacker try to modify it. So they are the physical attacks you can able to observe carefully. Thank you, Vinny. So if you observe this, so Vinny is one of my ex-student. She already completed GATE and qualified, appearing for PSU, ISROs and other examinations. So modification is nothing but directly manipulation of your data. It's called as a very harmful. So active attacks you can able to detect, but passive attacks you cannot able to detect because they are hidden and they are direct. So one is modifying your data, and the second one is masquerading. So masquerading is nothing but that some intruder is trying to act like a original sender, and he is trying to send some kind of information to the receiver. The receiver feels that he is the original sender only because he is working as similar to your sender. So that's why masquerading is telling you that he is acting like a somebody else. For example, attacker might steal the bank card and pin of a bank customer and see that he is the original customer. Yes, you can also act like this. So I can directly withdraw money because I have got the both. Or somebody captured my username and mail and he is trying to do some action. He is giving a mail on behalf of you. That's what the meaning of what masquerading. You're working, intruder is working on behalf of the sender is a concept of masquerading. Just by proving authorization and authentication. And the next one is replaying. So repeatedly do the same action is a concept of replaying. So replaying is also your active attack only because the sender can easily observe that what was happening because somebody is directly manipulate and modify the data. So replaying is telling you that so the attacker obtains a copy of the message sent by the user and later tries to replay it. Same message is trying to replay. So the example is a person sends a request to the bank and asks for the payment to the attacker who has done a job for her. The attacker is replaying once again because already the bankers are trusted you, so therefore you are trying to do a replaying attack. And the last one is repudiation. So they are trying to cheat others. You have given a mail, but you are saying that not given a mail. This can happen at the sender as well as the receiver, both the chances. Sender has sent some data, but later he denied that I have not sent. Receiver also same concept. He received the data, but he said that I have not received the data. So this is called as what? Repudiation. So this is a different from other attacks because it is performed by either sender or receiver. Earlier it was done by intruder, but this is done by sender or receiver. The sender of the message might later deny that He rejected that I have sent the message, and the receiver receives the message, later deny that I have not received the message. This is what is the meaning of repudiation, and very important this particular point. Now the last one is a denial of service. So whenever you talk about denial of service, see that there is a client and there is a server. So whenever you give a request to the server and the server receives the request and is trying to give the reply, it's perfect. It is not the denial of service, it is a satisfying or accepting your request is this case. Accepting request. That's why you have got the reply. But in some cases, you also might be witness, because I personally witnessed many of these cases. When you talk about the client and the server, so between them, the man in the middle is there. What he is trying to do? Whenever you give a request, so I have sent a requested packet, just simply he captured it, because he is the man in the middle between client and server. What this guy is do? He take the request, and this request is bypassed, so it itself only giving the message to other party. This is how what bypassing your online payment also. Suppose you are paying to some Amazon or you are paying to some Flipkart, but that amount is redirected to some other account. So this is one of the dangerous attack, denial of service. Or some people will say that, for example, DOS, this is called DOS or DDoS, distributed denial of service. I want to give one example here, how this attack is going to work. So there is a client and there is a server, and between them man in the middle is there. What this guy is going to do, he have given genuinely request that I want to access some services from the server, but this guy is giving you without sending that request to the server, he is only giving you reply that page not found. So naturally you may face this kind of problems in real time. What is a page not found? Actually your request has not reached to the original sender or original server, just it is bypassed by man in middle, and he is giving a reply that page not found errors. These are all can be real time implemented just by taking a what? Hack box. You also can able to download, nothing to do, very 10 lines of piece of code. You can implement IP spoofing, IP sniffing, IP spoofing, and creation of fake sites. And this is what they are acting like, what same DNS and direction of your payment gateways, all are there in that. You also can able to see that how this is going to happen. For that you need to find out a firewall program, how you can able to protect it from this kind of hacking. So this is what is the meaning of denial of service. Actually the request has not reached to the original party, but the other guy, man in middle, is responding and he is acting like original server only. So we all see this denial of service is a very common attack. It may slow down or totally interrupt the service of a system. The attacker can use several strategies to achieve this. For example, sending a bogus request, fake sites, saying that the server has got crashed, or the attacker might intercept and delete a server's response to a client, making a client and believe that the page is not there or the server is not responding. These are commonly happening, especially in real-time internet's concept. So you want to see that how these attacks, I said that two important attacks I said. One attack is passive attacks which are hidden like a zombie process. The other one is active attacks. And you want to see that free from your passive attacks and active attacks, you need to have a concept of apart from firewall. Please understand. Apart from firewall, firewall is only for network security. Please understand. Firewall is only for network security, not for data security. You want protection for your data security, then you're supposed to have a concept called cryptography. Please understand. Firewall is for network security, cryptography is for information security, also called as a data security. Information security or data security. That's why please see that apart from firewall, you also supposed to have a good cryptography mechanism. Nowadays we are using SSL 128-bit algorithms for all your online payments. SSL, Secure Socket Layer 128-bit key. And for making integration, you want to see that integrity to be proved, we are using a SHA-512 algorithm, hashing. So right now, real-time algorithms are 128-bit SSL, and the other one is what? SHA, SHA algorithm, secure hashing, 512-bit concept we are doing. So dear friends, that's why cryptography is a mandatory in order to protect your data. How you can able to protect your data, we know. So whenever sender would like to send a original data, that is a plain text, we will not send the plain text. We are going to inject a key here. This key is hidden from the intruder. So we are going to perform some kind of algorithm here. Then you got the ciphertext, and that ciphertext we are transmitting through medium. So I have provided here what? Data security. Apart from network security, we have been provided data security. Therefore, the man in middle, which I am calling as intruder, even though he captured your ciphertext, he cannot able to do anything. He cannot break the relationship unless and until you have a concept called a key. Who can able to do this? Only the other party can able to do this. He is also going to use the key and perform some algorithm operation, and the receiver is going to receive a concept of what? Plain text. Now you got that there is a relationship between this and this, and there is a relationship between this and this. So we find that means we are going to provide some kind of a confusion property and a diffusion property to the intruder or man in middle, so that he cannot able to break the relationship even though he had got captured what? A ciphertext. So this is how you can able to prove two important techniques what we learned. How you can able to see that security goals, the three important security goals: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And there are few attacks are there. In order to break your confidentiality, two attacks are working: IP spoofing, and the other one is a what? Traffic analysis. To break your integrity rule, modification, masquerading, replaying, and repudiation. And to break your availability, distributed denial of service or DOS. So these are real time happening in the internet. Whenever you talk about the internet, you're all not safe because of these attacks happening real time. That's why you need to protect your system by implementing your presentation layer. Your presentation layer is a well defined with a what all these cryptography algorithms it can able to support. But nowadays, according to TCP/IP, your presentation layer is embedded in application layer. Right now, application layer is taking care of your compression as well as presentation. So this is how about the importance of security, especially how you can able to protect your services from the attacks which is given by intruders. Okay, friends. So you please all of you join the combat program which is happening from 16th December. You please all of you register and check your skill set. There are many kinds of prizes are also giving by Unacademy. So participate it. And our YouTube channel is Let's Crack GATE CSE. Subscribe it, and you see that. Use my referral code. You're going to join under me. Hit the bell icon for latest notifications and updates. Please see that. Now I'm going to play.
It's time to experience something glorious. Unacademy Combat. Compete, crack, conquer.
A challenging GATE contest engineered to give you an experience like none other.
where you put your knowledge to test.
and battle it out with the best.
To bring out the best in you, Unacademy Combat is the most competitive, gamified contest for GATE till date, with the best of the questions by best educators.
With detailed video solutions from top educators right after each contest.
Combat live with peers to get real-time rankings and win big.
Participate in every contest to improve your ratings.
Challenging contests every fortnight or alternate Sunday. Live ranking after every question. Big rewards for top rankers. Your passion to crack GATE deserves this. Your hard work towards your dream deserves this. Fuel your inner fire for the ultimate GATE challenge. Unacademy Combat. Register now. It's time to experience something glorious.